Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
It's your girl, Sona's Charm.
And it's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva.
We want y'all to tune into the premiere of the Red Lip Talk podcast.
Every Monday at 1 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have new topics, new guests, new businesses.
Tune in to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Red Lip Talk Podcast. Wow.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite, recruiting coordinator at Cafe Hope. If you're on the West Bank of New Orleans and between the ages of 18 and 23, come join our team. Benefits from learning and earning, getting certifications, life skills, and career training. Cafe Hope is a nonprofit culinary art and life skills program. Let Cafe Hope be the stepping stone to your next career choice. Come visit us, 1151 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Give Big Fav a call, 504-350-1218, or send them an email, marlon@cafehope.org. For more information, visit cafehope.org. Cafe Hope, the next step in life, baby. Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Big Favorite, and Inside the Trenches podcast is back, baby. We back. Y'all make sure y'all check us out for excellent season, and you can check us out on NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Y'all make sure y'all follow me at BigFave504. We back at it, baby. We in them trenches.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
Are you a student athlete looking to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Conquer Sports Pros. That's right, Conquer Sports Pros. Our team of experts will get you guys on the right path to your student-athlete journey in life. That's right, we have every position in football you need, and we also help out with other sports. At Conquer Sports Pros, you have everything from a list of consultation, training, and also media training. Yeah, that's right, when you take your career to the next level, play college, and hopefully pro, you'll get lots of interviews. Call Conquer Sports Pros today. You can reach them at 504-319-6672 or visit marlonfavorite.com for more information. Hello, somebody.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Piccolo at Godwin Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Piccolo and the folks over at Godwin Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwinrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwin Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon, Big Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. For the radio.
If someone asked, what's beef, right? Like,
This whole thing, in football, when does it get down to the nitty gritty? Well, this is the week for that right here. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon, Big Faith Favorite. Welcome to another episode of Inside the Trenches podcast. Look, it's been a weird week down here in New Orleans with the smoke and everything in the area, so we've been kind of talking about that lately. But there's some smoke going on in the air at Alabama because the Tigers take on, I want to say number 9, the number 9. Like my boy, like Joe Burrow said, what did he say? Who they, right? Represent. But this is a pretty good matchup. Joining me right now is my man Joe with the hair. CL Nola, I'm Big Fave 504. This is Inside the Trenches podcast, live from Small Sliders in Marrero. So we were talking a little bit off air, guys, about this matchup, and of course the whole world right now is picking Alabama to win this deal. Whereas I do feel like LSU has probably one of the more prolific offenses right now in college football. CL, I guess I'll start with you first on this one because we probably talked about this the most this week, this matchup. How can LSU win this game, right, since we're going into this thing as the underdog?
I think they can win the game by staying who they are. It's obvious that the offense is just dynamic, and it's obvious that the defense is not doing all that great. So I suggest that you stay with your strengths, and I don't have a problem saying that we're on a Heisman watch for Jay Daniels.
And I do think that's the motivation, as I turn to Whit and Joel over here. I do think that's a huge motivation for not just the D-line, because I know local media, I talked about that a lot, like, oh, man, the D-line has to do a better job. But also when you look at this team from a perspective of just the whole team coming together, this may be a game where it's 10-13. It may be a game where it's 30-27. Those are within 3 points. CL talked about that a lot last couple of weeks with the Saints losing tight with that deal. So, Joel, I guess I'll go to you first. Do you think this will be a game that'll come down to that, like, oh, man, LSU won by 3 points or Bama won by 3 points?
It's a tough call because – thank you, Whit. It's really a tough call because we're going to be in their home, and the energy is definitely going to be in their favor. And so when you have that rivalry, you're definitely going to have LSU coming up to play, really trying to especially beat them at their own house, like with this rivalry going on. So I could definitely see something like that happening if they stick to what CL said, stick to what they're doing.
Sticking to the script is true, and a lot of that has to do with what's been going on the last couple weeks. And I don't know if you guys have been checking the games out. LSU, and I know a lot of folks, I heard a couple of folks this week look at the Army game as an extra bye week. No, they had to go show and prove in that game too. It was a blowout, but still it was still that. You see what I'm saying?
Still definitely a game, and you still have to play it like a game. You can't fall into the quintessential looking ahead. Obviously you have to play who's in front of you. Still the thought back in your mind, you're really gearing up for this rivalry week.
Yeah, you're gearing up for probably, it's probably going to be the last time we play Alabama for the next few years because, of course, and our folks out here join us at Small Sliders. I don't know if you guys know, with the extension of the BCS Bowl Series and also with the change up at the SEC, Oklahoma's coming to the SEC. Yep. Texas is coming to the SEC. So next year, I know LSU has Oklahoma. So this is almost like if Brian Kelly pull this off, you beat Coach Saban 2 times in the normal, the last existence of the SEC being like this. Right. You work for WWL Station, so I know they've been talking about this game a lot over at the station, and everybody's hype about it. Walt and all the guys. How do you think? I mean, obviously LSU is in Baton Rouge and we're in New Orleans, but it's.
Right.
I mean, this is State University.
Right.
How do you think the atmosphere down here? How do you think the folks feel about this matchup?
I mean, this is a big matchup because this is a matchup that we anticipate. You know what I mean? Whenever it happens, it's one that we do anticipate. Now, as far as us, like the Saints playing the Bears, I don't feel like that's, fingers crossed there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not
Right.
Treat every game seriously.
Exactly. Treat every game seriously. But this specific one, the LSU-Bama game, that's one that we do need to bring our attention to.
Yeah.
And you know what else I look at too, guys? I also look at what CL mentioned earlier. LSU wins this game. Jaden Daniels is in the front seat.
And we hope that's
of the deal.
Right.
No, we went out and we're a 2-loss team. It could potentially be like it was for my 2007 LSU team that went to the national championship, but we lost 2 games. And it was a lot that went into those particular games. But as we go into the enemy's territory, Alabama, the last couple of games, guys, it's been tight. Tennessee was beating this team 17-0 at half. Now, that was the last time they scored 7. That was the last point they scored the rest of the game.
Right.
But it was the momentum shift, CL, that Alabama had in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was a momentum shift. And we talked about psyche earlier. And do you realize if Alabama loses this game, now they have 2 losses. So I think it's Alabama wanting to stay where they're at. Obviously, LSU wanting to give them that L. And the competition is set across the board, knowing that obviously the strength of the wide receiver, without the actual strength of the DBs of LSU, but then we talk about the not great strength of the quarterback at Alabama. So it almost balances it out. It almost balances itself out. But LSU is definitely trying to put the L on Alabama to get the second loss.
Because for Jaden and Coach Brian Kelly, this is just what it is for them. Like Jaden, first time for LSU being at LSU, he beat them. You guys are watching Inside the Trenches podcast. We're live here at Small Sliders. We're talking about this LSU-Alabama matchup and how this is a marquee matchup, but it's so much on the line. Like Alabama can creep up. It's the winner of the West.
What does that mean?
It means close to 2 or 3 million viewers just on the low. It might be 5 million people watching this game.
I think Donald Trump came to this game.
Yeah, he still did last year.
Wait,
and he came to the game when you went to, Joe.
Oh, so that he did. I forgot he did that. Yeah,
he did that too.
Right.
Joe, you played football for Curtis, and I kind of want to get into the matchup for a second here. Off air, was looking at some of the players on both sides and who Alabama has versus this LSU young defensive backfield. Now for Alabama, you have Malik Benson, you have Jermaine Burton, and you have Isaiah Bond. You'll also see a little bit of Kendrick Law, and of course you're gonna see Junior Brook. They rotate the receivers. They like to get their tight end involved. CJ Dupree. I want to talk about this young LSU's secondary. You may see an Ashton Stamp because you won't have Denver Harris playing, and you won't have Zay Alexander playing due to injury. So you will more than likely see one of the young Sage Ryan is going to be the backside corner. You may see an Ashton Stamps get in there and play a little bit, and a snap bit of Welch as well. So how do you feel about that matchup with the receivers I mentioned from Alabama and LSU's skill guys?
Yeah, you're going to really see that both teams are going to focus on where the main players used to be and where they're missing. Because now you're having these new players that are taking their place, that not trying to say that they're bad or anything. It's just those players that are now missing due to injuries or whatever, they were there in that position because they were the best. And so these backup players, they have a lot on their shoulders, and they know for a fact that the opposite team is going to focus on you and target that specifically.
And I think that's why it's important for the D-line for LSU to play well because you're going to want to keep it simple. It's a big stage, y'all. Like playing these big SEC games, the stage is huge. It's like, it's like it's a 6:45 game. You know, we're in the beginning of November, so it's going to be a night game.
Right.
The crowd's going to be in, so you really have to lock in.
Be lathered up.
People are going to go crazy
for this matchup. Sure.
Big time, y'all. CL, how important is Harold Perkins defensively in this game?
You know what, Fave? I'll double back at you with the question of how important of the position that they're going to have him play this Saturday.
I think they're going to, he's going to be at linebacker.
Right. When
we go to like more of a Okie or under front look, he'll roll down as an edge rusher.
Okay.
I like him as a spy in this game and an attacker. Mm-hmm. So finding that balance with him is I think is something that we're gonna have to see guys with that the balance. I'll come at it like this too. If our 4 guys up front, and of course in this game we won't have Mekhi Wingo because he's obviously had groin surgery.
Right.
Mason Smith, this is gonna be a huge game for him. I think even with the rotation in with Guillory getting in there, Savion Jones at the end, at the defensive end position, he's going to have to keep contained. But most importantly, we're going to have to keep pressure on the quarterback. We're going to have to get sacks in this game and tackles for loss because all the negative yards are going to be very key for us. Right. So, what you got? The Tigers winning this one?
Oh, always. Yeah.
Joe, you going Tigers? Yeah. What you got with you?
Tigers. Going to go with Tigers because I'm, I mean,
Don't deal it. See what I'm saying? Come on.
Don't play with
basketball season coming up soon. I'm gonna be there.
We're gonna get there.
And look at CL rocking the Dilla colors today too. You know what I'm saying? I know he just wanted to, just.
But we'll go at
boo-hoo the Colts fans and just throw it all in their face with their colors with the Saints stuff on. So see how you doing, mama? He a trip, huh?
It's actually a form of Pelican gear. It's just next level. But I'll give you guys.
I'll
give you guys my pick.
But y'all,
I'll give you guys my pick.
But what I wanted to go back to is that what we're talking about, like point spread. I just thought about it a little bit more, but I really do think that this is going to be a close game because LSU has one of the best offenses, and then you also have. Alabama has one of their best defenses. So I feel like we're going to either have a high scoring game where it's just they're scoring back and forth. And that depends upon Alabama's offense and how they do. But I really think that this is going to be a close game all along.
Yeah.
Joel, I hope it's not that close, but these are 2 good teams.
It's important this game.
Huge.
The front 7.
Almost the key to victory.
The front 7 tackling and keeping the yak to a minimum is uber important in this game, especially with the quarterback of Alabama being so mobile. It has to be ugly ball in the trenches.
Ugly ball in the trenches. I was waiting for it. That's a good sign. Ugly ball in the trenches. Y'all watching Inside the Trenches podcast live here at Small Sliders. I didn't eat any breakfast this morning, so my water got me rolling a little bit. So I'm gonna hit that Sliders right after the show. But y'all can come during the show. We'll be giving away gift cards. We're gonna have trivia in our last segment. Talk a little bit about. We'll visit back on the Saints. CL's gonna we're gonna go get CL's take on this victory the Saints got this past weekend, and they gotta play the Bears. They did this victory on the road. It was a big fashion. So we're gonna get a Saints Day props here. Y'all are watching Inside the Trenches podcast at Small Sliders, Marrero. We'll be back. Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite, recruiting coordinator at Cafe Hope. If you're on the West Bank of New Orleans and between the ages of 18 and 23, come join our team. Benefits from learning and earning, getting certifications, life skills, and career training. Cafe Hope is a nonprofit culinary art and life skills program. Let Cafe Hope be the stepping stone to your next career choice. Come visit us, 1151 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Give Big Fav a call, 504-350-1218, or send them an email, marlon@cafehope.org. For more information, visit cafehope.org. Cafe Hope, the next step in life, baby. Hello, somebody.
Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Fave Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Marrero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Marrero, Louisiana. At Marrero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com.
Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Fave Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Marrero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Marrero, Louisiana. At Marrero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com.
It's your girl, Sona's Charm.
And it's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva.
We want y'all to tune into the premiere of the Red Lip Talk podcast.
Every Monday at 1 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have new topics, new guests, new businesses.
Tune in to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Red Lip Talk podcast. Mwah!
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Fave Favorite, recruiting coordinator at Cafe Hope. If you're on the West Bank of New Orleans and between the ages of 18 and 23, come join our team. Benefits from learning and earning, getting certifications, life skills, and career training. Cafe Hope is a nonprofit culinary art and life skills program. Let Cafe Hope be the stepping stone to your next career choice. Come visit us, 1151 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Give Big Fave a call, 504-350-1218, or send them an email, marlon@cafehope.org. For more information, visit cafehope.org. Cafe Hope, the next step in life, baby. Hello, somebody. Hello. Skip from that 504 to Atlanta. Skip from that 504 to New York. Skip from that 504 to Chicago. Skip to that 504 to
Oh yeah, we back out here at Crown. I'm about to go ahead and do the read right now. Watch out that now. Ain't time to drink that Crown yet, baby. Look, this game time. We had small sliders. Give me a Coke. Some Powerade. We had small sliders, 1535 Barataria Boulevard. It's Inside the Trenches podcast. I'm hungry. I told you I tried to say I'm going to fast till about 1 o'clock. That ain't worked too good for me. But we over here at small sliders. So y'all come join us. We're going to do a little trivia in the next segment. And we're gonna give out some giveaways, ask a couple questions, have some fun, getting this a weekend fun. Right. So I need to get something to eat, but man, how you rolling, man?
Well, the way I'm rolling is when I leave here, I'm going to Crown Car Wash.
And it's Friday, so the car gotta be clean.
It's a little smoky on the East Bank. Let me tell you.
Uh-huh.
It's beautiful, clear, and lovely on the West Bank. I'm going to run over here to Gretna and get myself together because the rims do need to shine.
And where you going?
Crown Car Wash, 1336.
Oh.
That's by that Home Depot off a stump right in Gretna. Better believe it.
Yeah, you're right.
So I know a couple of Saints fans got their car wash over there this weekend, and they felt good because the Saints had a victory on the road, 38-27. Right, they beat a team that, again, you got Jonathan Taylor over there with the Indianapolis coach. You got some folks over there, so it is a little something. So, what are some of the things that jumped out in this victory for you?
What jumped out in this victory for me is what I think we've all been asking for is consistency, balance, staying together. I think all of that came together this last Sunday. Being able to communicate, because as a team we all get into it, right? We all have disagreements. We all have difference of opinions. But the ultimate goal is to be the best that we can be. And I think it kind of showed last Sunday. We were balanced, and when I say we were balanced, we had 30 passes with 30 runs. We were truly balanced, and we really showed who we were when we stick together.
Yeah, I thought the fact that all three phases were clicking, the D-line looked good.
Yeah.
The secondary had big-time coverages. I thought in the beginning, Jonathan Taylor we had some missed tackles in the beginning.
Yeah.
Joel, I'll toss it over to you. What are some of the things that stood out in the game, particularly area we wanted to see shine was the offense with Derek Carr. How do you think his performance was?
Man, I'm so glad you asked that question, because here's the two things that really jumped out to me. Number one was the play calling. The play calling was better. Like, they started realizing, Alvin Kamara is by himself. Okay, we're going to dump it off to him. Or Rashid is literally outrunning this guy completely. Let's throw a Hail Mary to him. So they were making the right plays. Not all the time. I mean, they made some wrong calls, but hey, that's to be expected. So that was the first thing that jumped out to me. The second thing is that Derek Carr is finally getting a little bit more comfortable. Like, he's not throwing on his toes anymore. He's not quick checking to Alvin Kamara, our running back, like he did last game, which is why we got killed, because he wasn't letting the play develop. But now when he trusts his offensive line now. You can really starting to feel the trust, because now he's going through his checks. He's like, okay, Thomas is not open. Rashid is not open. Okay, Alvin Kamara, dump it off to him. Or Rashid is open. Olave is open. I mean, he's doing all the things that a pro quarterback is supposed to do.
Right.
He has the talent. Like, I mean, he literally hit Olave in the face. And, like, the dude can put the ball where it needs to go. It's just, I feel like there was probably just some miscommunication or just not trust there, but you're starting to see the trust come.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you 100%. And something that you see, the rhythm is finally going.
Yeah.
In training camp, we went to a couple of the practices, and you can see everybody just getting used to a new quarterback. I mean, it's a new regime. Even with having Andy Dalton there last year, having Jameis Winston and those guys going back and forth at that position, it was still errors of showing. Here's a guy who comes from a totally different offense in a Gruden offense. Right. Had a couple of different play callers throughout his time frame, and it seems like he finally has it in the position he needs to have it in. Your boy Groupie made all his field goals.
He must have watched our podcast.
Yeah.
He knew I was rooting for him.
He's like, Whitney's watching. I got to kick.
I'm on his side.
Yeah.
Okay, but I was really just happy to see the chemistry. You saw the chemistry between Carr. You saw the chemistry between him and his offense. Like Joel said, like, it took a while for him to actually living up to what he can actually do and bring to the field. Shout out to my best friend. She just got here. Hey, best friend.
Go, bestie.
Best friend.
That's my best friend. You better.
Hey. Okay, I'm sorry.
Better
But
watch
yes,
it. Marlon trying to steal your friends.
Back to the offense, Marlon. Back to the offense. I'm proud, okay? Mama is proud. And I don't even have kids, but mama is proud, okay? Keep this up. But the Bears ain't no, you know what I mean? They not no big opponent. You know what I mean? I think we'll be okay.
They're struggling at the quarterback position. We're gonna get to them, but I want to stick with you with Alvin Kamara.
Yes.
You know,
and when he got in that thing, he said, "Hold up, let me paddle." You know what I mean? I love to see it. You know what I'm saying? And something about him, he brings a certain life and a certain air to it. You know what I mean? And I love that because no matter what, he's confident in what he brings. Even if it's a bad game, he gonna say, you know what, we didn't perform right.
Yeah.
We got it. We gonna do it again next time, and I'm gonna show you, you know, what it's about. And I love that. I'm here for it.
Now, Joe, you played linebacker at Curtis, so you're used to seeing an opposing offensive line. The Saints' offensive line is an area I thought should be highlighted a little more this week, particularly Cesar Ruiz. With the Taysom Hill plays, he was the lead blocker a lot of times, sacrificed a lot. What you think about the Saints' offensive play moving this midseason?
Dude, way better.
Yeah.
Way better. I mean, you had a few times where Derek Carr got pressured or he got hit while he was after he threw, but most of the time, I mean, look at how Derek Carr did. Like, look at his stats. I mean, his completion percentage was like above 60%. I mean, he was doing really well, and you could tell he was more confident in there. So, double thumbs up on the offensive line. They're looking really well. Obviously, they can improve. Everybody can improve. For sure. But they're going to improve that, and the Bears will be the perfect opportunity to improve even more.
CL, you know I got to come back to you, bro. Yeah. And we did get the offense their props. Right. But the Saints defense showed out. I mean, from a tackling standpoint, you had DeMario Davis. He had 13 tackles, 6 of those were solos. Marshawn had 9 for 9 solos. So what that tells for our viewers, what that tells you is he made his tackles in open field because he's the only one that was there to make the tackles on his total tackle deal. You look at Carl Granderson playing at an extremely high level right now. He's at 5.5 sacks on the season. I mean, what other players and what really stood out about the Saints defense, particularly this past game?
Well, we know the whole season the defense has been holding us. But just to chime in on something that Joel said, trust. You realize the offensive line is finally coming back healthy. Ramczyk is back next to Ruiz, next to McCoy. Obviously, Pete has been performing at left tackle a lot better than we thought he would. Now James Hurst is back at left guard for this upcoming game against the Bears. Trust. It's so much easier to trust your offensive line when it's the guys that you've been in training camp with, and not this rotation where you're not sure what everybody's going to do when they're going to do it. So I definitely wanted to chime in on that with what Joel said. But as far as the defense has been holding us down all year. Obviously, like Fave said in the beginning of the game, we might have missed a few tackles on. Taylor would have maybe a 40-yard sprint, but they shut it down. Eventually, they got it together and they shut it down. And I think that plays another tier of trust. Trusting that, okay, it might not start off great, but if we stay together and we play together, we can overcome.
Can we talk about real quick that Rashid catch that we literally probably everybody in this table can believe that we thought that was going to be like called back or called an interception.
The
Who else thought that was going to be called an interception?
Tie goes to offense.
The tie goes to offense. It did look like it was an interception. And I went back and watched it again before we did the morning show at WWL, and it was, but he caught the ball.
He caught it.
But the initial look, oh man!
I just know about the Saints and our record with like the refs and everything.
This is not a good ref.
We don't.
Bro, I was like, that's gonna get called back.
That tie goes to the offense. There's a cardinal rule. That tie goes to the offense.
Yeah.
And if they didn't have that challenge, so it wasn't a change of possession, so they didn't have the challenge to actually do it. So tie goes to the offense.
Tie goes to the offense. Well, the Saints are getting ready to take on the Bears this weekend. And the Caesars Superdome. We're gonna talk a little bit about the upcoming game this Sunday. And then we're gonna have a little Saints trivia. I got my girl what the hell. She's gonna run these questions, and we have a light audience today, but we're gonna give our audience an opportunity to win some small sliders cards, and you know, you get to eat on us. So we're watching Inside the Trenches podcast right here at Small Sliders, baby. Marrero. Come eat with us, baby. Slide through. We'll be back.
Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Piccolo at Godwin Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Piccolo and the folks over at Godwin Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwinrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwin Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon, Big Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small Sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. And let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with your boy Marlon, Big Favorite. Watch out there now. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon, Big Favorite, and Inside the Trenches podcast is back, baby. We back. Y'all make sure y'all check us out for excellent season, and you can check us out on NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Y'all make sure y'all follow me at BigFave504. We back at it, baby. We in them trenches. Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, I thought that we were better than that. You keep texting me long letters, stressing me out, lady. I thought that we were better than that.
See how that's your jam? You like that long letters, huh?
Love it.
Shouts out to Lovely for doing that deal with me. Daily got the beat bumping. We back here at Small Sliders, baby. 1535 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. Talk to me now. Y'all probably notice I say that a lot. Shouts out to MC Thick, the late great MC Thick, who made that song, Marrero native. So, you know, we're in his neck of the woods right now. Speaking of, you know, cruising down the street and chugga real slow and all that good stuff. You got somebody to hook me up with a new ride or something?
I do. So my boy Alberto, right?
Okay.
Let me tell you his last name because that's one you don't need to forget it.
There you
Montero.
Montero Motors.
Montero Motors.
Yep.
On North Causeway. My boy will get you right.
Get you right.
Right now we're dealing with some high car prices. We're dealing with high interest rates.
Yeah.
My boy Joe gonna tell us a whole lot about some interest rates and how you get a new house. But in the meantime, we're talking about getting yourself a new ride. All right? Alberto Motors, North Causeway. Holla at my boy, okay?
And look, my mom, she just pulled off in her whip. You know, she legit showed up there, and I'm sorry, Mama. She in an old busted, because it's not your car no more, so we can talk about it. Explorer. I felt like she was riding with the Flintstones for me. I'm like, Mom, you got to use my truck today. Is it? But she went right over there by Alberto, and that day she left in the car. So, I'm with you, man. Y'all check out MonteroMotors.com. Now, the Saints have a game at home. It feels good when you come back home from a win. The crowd's into it. Everybody's happy you went on the road. Hopefully, LSU get that feeling this weekend when they come back and take on Florida. But the Saints take on the Chicago Bears. Now, see, I'm going to go to you first. I want Joel and Whit to start thinking about keys of victory. But here's a team who may or may not have Justin Fields this Friday, so we didn't get the injury report. But he was out last week. So Tyler Baggett, I hope I'm saying your name right, Baggett, whatever your name. I'm sorry, my brother. Damn, no spite, brother. Hey, he's a rookie. He wasn't Mr. Irrelevant.
Nope.
But
close enough.
But he was definitely close enough. I want to say it's Baggett. I think that's what it is, like baggage, but anywho, they have a New Orleans native on their roster as well, and D Money, who's one of their main receivers. But CL,
moved it.
In this game, like, what are some parts of interest that we really need to be up on?
The continuity of the offensive line going forward. Like I told you, Hurst is back at left guard. We have our full complement of running backs from Jamal Williams to Alvin Kamara to the rookie Miller, and obviously Taysom. We can't exclude Taysom. Taysom is a running back for us, especially in goal line where we were suffering. So as we forge forward, knowing that we're just moving forward as one play away, I think the offensive line and the continuity of them is the key to this victory.
And I'll come to you right now. There are some questionable injuries on their end. I talked about Justin Fields. Yeah. And then linebacker Tremaine Edwards. But for the Saints, questionable, you have James Hurst. You have Lennon Bowden Jr., Ty Summers, DeMario Davis, and one that we don't want to hear, Taysom Hill.
Right.
You all right?
I'm good. I don't have my small sliders water, you know what I'm saying? I got to get my small sliders water. I got a little dry throat here. But talk to us about Taysom Hill and how important he is that he's not on the injury report.
First of all, what we call him again? What's the nickname we call him, Joel? Everybody calls him because he plays so many different positions. What's the nickname?
The Army Swiss knife.
Yeah, Army Swiss knife.
There we go. That's why we need him, because this man can literally play every position. You can't have someone who plays everything injured. We have enough injuries. We good. Okay, let's hold on to Taysom and let's preserve him. Let's wrap him in some bubble wrap and make sure that he is safe and prepared to go every time. But for me, I think going into this weekend, going into Sunday, right? Sees the Superdome, right?
Mm-hmm.
CL said, what, continuity? Yep. I'm going to go with energy, because energy is transferable. If you feel like, okay, damn, we not gonna win this. We not gonna win this. I'm going to feel it. Okay, I'm going to feel it from the screen, the TV screen. I feel you. Okay, we finna lose. Let me change the channel. Yeah. Keep the energy up. Keep the momentum up.
I agree.
So I agree with you. Let's go back to the Bears' last game. They played against the Chargers. It was 30-13. Mm-hmm. The Bears didn't score until the second quarter. Then it didn't score again into that. I want to say they kicked 2 field goals in the fourth quarter. So in a point territory, it's not a major issue with them. But Joel, I want to come to you next. We've seen the Saints have low-scoring games. How important it is for them to not get caught up in this big win over the road and making sure that we stick to the game plan?
I mean, based off of what I've seen post interviews with the Saints players, some of the key players, you can tell that they're not really letting this win get too much to their head. Yeah. Like, they're trying to be very conservative about it. They're appreciating the win because they're getting excited that everything's starting to come together. But like Cam Jordan said, he said, hey, we're doing this, and this. This is where we need to improve on. They know where they need to improve on. Like, they're not trying to say, like, we are the best team, like, so far.
they are humbling themselves and they're saying like, this is where we need to improve on. And like CL said and Whitney said, talking about Taysom Hill, I mean, statistically speaking, when Taysom Hill carries the ball, I think it's a minimum of like 9 times we win the game. So we need to start incorporating Taysom Hill. And then what CL said is keeping the offensive line healthy, because our defense is doing their job. Derek Carr is starting to do his job, our wide receivers, but we just got to keep that offensive line great.
See, I want to come back to you. I mean, I know I was looking at the Chicago game, versus the Chargers, but I want to look at some of the matchups in this game, right? You look at the Chicago's offense and our defense. You have Marshawn, and you have our Tulane guy, Money.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a lockup situation for Marshawn, or
no, because we know Moody is all over the field. Sometimes he's in the slot, sometimes he's out wide. I think more of the lockdown matchup will be Moore, number 2 wide receiver came from Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
That young man actually, I'm so sorry I can't remember his name, but that young man, DJ Moore. DJ is exceptional. His career, he's a 1,000-yard receiver no matter who's his quarterback. Yeah. So he's a serious young man, and I think that Lattimore will be locked up on him, and then we'll just play the field with the rest of the guys on defense.
I feel you on that matchup too, and I look at Parsons and Debo. He's been doing interception well. I think one had an interception 2 games ago.
Yeah,
he's been
interceptions in a row.
In a row.
Yep.
So that defense is doing its due diligence on the offensive side of the ball. What are some matchups you think we need to look at on that side? If Tremaine Edwards is healthy, do we want to look at the matchup between him and Alvin Kamara? What are some of the matchups you see in this game?
Well, I think we saw last week that they finally got in tune with the choice route out of the backfield with Alvin, right? Yeah. And Edmonds is obviously a bigger linebacker, 6'2", 258, not as rangy. But I do believe the matchup is that the Bears defensive backfield, they're in trouble, right? Mm-hmm. Because what do? If you don't, every time Mike catches a pass, it's a first down. Yep. He averages almost 17 yards a catch. So that's a first down. So you realize what happens when she gets one-on-one backside with anybody.
Hello.
Olave is averages over 7 catches a game. So all I'm saying is pay attention to the Bears defensive backfield, because I think they have their hands full beyond measure.
Before we get into our trivia questions, and then we'll come back our final segment and have some more trivia fun. Remember, if y'all watching, to come on over to Small Sliders. The only way you can get these Small Sliders gift cards. I'm going to tell y'all right now, the questions are somewhat easy, maybe a little hard for some folks. If you're a New Orleanian, you definitely got to do it. So we're actually going to take a quick break here at Small Sliders. We're going to take a quick break here so we can have a nice little deal. We're going to get Whit to ask a couple of questions. We're going to go sideline report with Whit, get into some of these questions, and then Joe going to talk a little housing, what to look out for, and what they got popping over there. Guy will really... Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned here at Inside the Trenches podcast if y'all checking us out. And we'll be back here. Peace. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon, Big Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders. 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now, I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small Sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. And let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with your boy Marlon, Big Favorite. Watch out there now.
Hello, somebody.
It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stump Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
We was just talking about a little bit of Crown Car Wash, man, and you can get involved in this trivia here. My shouts out to my man G here joining us. Welcome back to Inside the Trenches podcast. We're here live at 1535 Small Sliders, baby. Belterry Boulevard, Marrero. Talk to me now. So, Whit, you got some questions. Like, we want to have some fun. I got these gift cards. I have 3 of them I have to give away. You know, I have some cash, too. You know, I might have a little cash. We got 5 questions, 5 Saints trivia questions. All right. So you get the first, you know, I guess the first prize is $10. The next prize is $10, and then we'll go Small Sliders gift cards for the last 3 questions.
Because you gotta eat.
We gotta eat. So, Whit, you have a few trivia questions here for our audience. And now listen, if you're tuned in on Facebook Live right now on the New Orleans Talk Network, you better type your answer in quick. I'm talking about pretty quick because if somebody right here, we have about good 5 people right here answered before, there's nothing we can do. Right. We got Mike at the studio, back at New Orleans Talk Network, so he'll be able to confirm if you beat one of the folks here. So Whit, these are all Saints questions too, y'all, so y'all can prepare for all our Saints fans. What you got for us?
All right, first question. This quarterback played for the Saints for 5 years wearing number 2. He led the Saints to their first ever playoff victory in 2000. Who was he?
Anybody had an answer? Now,
was he?
You correct. Keelan, if you can help us out here, my brother. We have ourselves a winner, my man Greg Lecrae, with the correct answer, baby. Enjoy your Smart Sliders gift card.
Let's go, Greg.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so next question. Who was the first player to be elected to the Hall of Fame, having played the majority of his career as a Saint?
Wow.
No, dog.
Yeah, you're right.
No, dog.
We all went in.
Y'all don't have it?
In it?
Y'all struggling? You struggling, Greg?
What you got there?
Kimberly.
He don't want to take all the questions.
So you have the answer? Whisper it to me. Who you think?
I'm surprised my man Frank over there not involved in the
Frank, you listen to the question?
He put his phone down so fast. He's like, what?
Frank, did you listen to the question? I'm going to read it one more time.
One more.
Who was the first player to be elected to the Hall of Fame, having played the majority of his career as a Saint?
Can I
take a guess?
Oh, Lord,
Can I take a guess?
Oh, I forgot to say that. You won't win anything, but you know.
Well, you know, I do everything for charity. It's love. Can I try? Can I try?
Go.
Is it?
No.
Is it Archie Manning?
No.
Okay.
Okay, you go. Who?
Oh.
Who?
Hey, why not?
Who?
No, man.
Wrong.
If it ain't,
go. Let's go, Greg.
Oh, Lord, Hall of Fame.
Wrong. Y'all ready?
Drew Brees
Give
not
us the
in it.
answer. I think.
Ricky Jackson.
That's
y'all.
what.
But you said
He said that.
he did say that.
He said
I
Ricky
thought
Jackson.
Seattle said it. So
I promise
Frank
you,
did
he
say
Ricky
it.
You
Jackson.
sure that's what he said?
I'm 100% sure.
You
Yeah.
sure that's what you said? All right, come get
It
your
was.
gift
He did
card.
say it.
Come get your gift card.
He said Ricky. He said Ricky.
I got you.
He did say Ricky Jackson. He said.
He said
Ricky
Ricky
Jackson.
Jackson.
All
Well,
right,
you win a
Frank.
small sliders gift card, my friend.
Let's go.
Next question,
Let's go.
please.
Let's go.
Good job, brother.
That's my boy. All right, that was on me.
That's
my
all
bad.
right.
My bad. What that was?
Yeah, next question.
All right, y'all ready? Okay, I'm gonna skip it number 3. That's way too easy.
Okay.
Okay, what season was the first for the Saints in the NFL?
Ooh.
Where are my historians at?
What was the first year?
Listen
What was the
now.
inaugurational year? When was the inaugurational year?
I mean, giving a crowd, yeah, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna read it one more time. What season? Frank, you listening? All right. What season was the first for the Saints in the NFL? Where